I never believed in fate until I met her. The day began like any other on Caliban, for a ruined trade moon orbiting the dying ember of a red giant. I was a scavenger then, armor scorched, beard unkempt, my name already forgotten by most of the crew. I followed relics and power signatures to abandoned worlds, always chasing the past, never expecting it to catch up. We found a castle buried in a gravity-warped fold, suspended in a dimension where time moved like honey. The AI flagged it as archaic organic metal construction. I called it madness, but I went in anyway, and that's where I saw her, a woman standing at the center of an impossible throne room, surrounded by nothing but silence, and the stars bleeding crimson through stained glass windows. She had ears like a predator, pointed, elegant, alert. Her hair fell like flame, rippling even though there was no wind. She wore red, not just a dress, something ceremonial, alive. It shimmered as she moved. Feline grace wrapped in ancient nobility. And in her hands, a flask, glowing, red, humming with power. "Who are you?" I asked. Her gaze met mine, and everything else. The armor I wore, the air between us, the sound of the ruined palace breathing, ceased to matter. "I am Lyshera, last queen of the Iridari line, and you human are late." I should have run. Instead, I stepped forward. 3 days passed in that place. Time did not obey the laws I knew. She spoke in riddles, offering stories of a dying empire, a world that had once sung with stars, now silenced. The elixir was not wine, she said. It was the last breath of a living sun. Their sun, bottled by our ancestors to preserve their power, to grant one final wish. "It can only be given once," she told me, placing the flask between us. "To someone who is willing to carry the burden." And what burden is that? To become part of what we were and awaken what we left behind. I laughed, but she didn't smile. That night, under the fractured light of dying constellations, she revealed the truth. Her people had ruled 1,000 galaxies not by force, but by memory. They imprinted their consciousness into chosen vessels. Warriors, lovers, leaders. It was how they endured, how they whispered across time. The elixir contained the final echo of her race. Not DNA, not soul, legacy. "I'm not one of you," I said. "No," she replied softly, taking my hand. "But you could be the first to remember us as more than a myth." She leaned in, eyes luminous, and held the flask between us. I didn't drink it. We drank it together. It burned, not like fire, like song. Every fiber of me lit up with names I'd never known, faces I'd never seen. Whole cities bloomed and died behind my eyes. I saw her, Lyshera, at the height of her reign, crowned in stars, loved and feared. And I saw her fall, alone, her people gone, her enemies retreating. She'd waited 1,000 years for someone to find her, and she found me. When I awoke, I wasn't alone in my head. I felt her presence, not just beside me, but within me. She called a bond. Iridari memory wasn't passive, it was shared. "Why me?" I whispered, looking at her in the fading starlight. She touched my face, because when you saw me, you didn't ask to conquer, you asked who I was. But peace was not to last. The syndicates followed my trail. Raiders, human, greedy. They saw the castle, saw her, and they wanted what she carried, what we carried. They stormed the gates with plasma and drones, tearing through the palace's defenses. I fought, sword, gun, fist, but they overwhelmed us. Lyshera refused to run. "I was born a queen," she said, lifting her head as the cannons breached the hall. "I will not die a shadow." So I did what I swore I never would. I let her inside. The bond bloomed fully. She entered my body, my mind, my veins. For a moment, we were one, and I burned like a star. Her memories became mine, her voice my roar. I raised my hands, and the very air bent around me. The invaders fell, not by bullet, but by memory. They saw the end of the Iridari Empire, felt its grief, its pride, and it broke them. Those who survived fled, and I collapsed. When I awoke, She was kneeling beside me. Her crown rested on my chest. "You shouldn't have done that," she said. "I would do it again." She kissed me. It wasn't lust. It was recognition. The kind of kiss you give to someone who's become part of your story forever. We left the castle. It collapsed behind us, returning to dust. Now we travel between stars, 2 minds, 1 body. Sometimes she walks beside me, separate. Other times, I feel her like a shadow within my breath. We are not lovers. We are not soldiers. We are memory, carried forward. So the galaxy does not forget.